Hey, I'm Yasmin Young from the 2 to 6 Takeover, and coming up on Wednesday, June 27th, Northland Workforce Training Center is going to have a pre-enrollment event, and it's going to be from 5:30 to 7 at the Edward Saunders Community Center. I've got Duncan Kirkwood with me, and you are the, let me get your title right, Manager for Outreach and Recruiting, and a student who's going to be in the inaugural class, and this is Jalen Gray. So, Duncan, for the people who really don't know, maybe they've heard of the name Northland Workforce Training Center, but they're not quite sure what it is. What is it?
So the Northland Workforce Training Center is the signature workforce development initiative under Governor Cuomo's Buffalo Billion. And basically, we're training folks for careers in advanced manufacturing and then placing them in jobs that are going to start off paying between $30,000 and $50,000. The problem is that there are 3,000 jobs available right now in Buffalo and Western New York. 3,000 jobs that pay $30,000 to $50,000 to start, but nobody has the skills to do them.
Right.
Our grandparents had these great jobs, and they worked them for so many years. Now that they're retiring, there isn't a backfill to fill that labor pool. The Northland site was developed by Catholic Charities, the Buffalo Urban League, Goodwill Industries, the mayor, the governor, and a whole bunch of community leaders coming together to say, let's fill that void. So on one side, for the manufacturers, we have skilled labor force who can work these good jobs. For the community, we can have great paying jobs from people in our community. And the mayor fought, and others fought to get it on the east side of Buffalo.
Right.
So it can really impact the east side community, because if we get 200, 300 folks every year coming out making $30,000 to $50,000, we can transform the whole community.
Absolutely. And kind of briefly explain what advanced manufacturing is.
Gotcha. So when I first took the job, I had to look it up and go on some tours, because I'm thinking it's like my granddad's working in the warehouse, it's
Right.
dark, all of that. But now advanced manufacturing is different. It's very very technology involved. So we're looking at welding, mechatronics, which is like the convergence of machines and computers and robots working together. We're looking at machining and CNC machining, which is like programming a machine to make cuts and movements and things. So it's a real tech-savvy type of job, but it's something the average person can do with no background. They don't got to be a math whiz, or if they can use their phone, they can do CNC machining. If they can,
which everyone can use their phone now.
Anybody can be a welder.
Stay on their phone.
Stay on the phone all day. So anybody can be a welder or a machinist. They just have to learn the skill, and they can come to our program and learn the skills and then be placed in the job.
So Jalen, for you, you're going to be in the first class. What was it that interested you about Northland Workforce Training Center?
They promised the money, $30,000 to $50,000. That's life changing. So
that is life changing, and especially. And how old are you?
I'm 21.
21. So 21. Once you go through this program, you'll be able to make what a lot of people go to a 4-year school and graduate and may not make.
Hopefully, but still very promising. Yes.
Yeah, and what has been your experience through this enrollment process? What has that been like for you?
It's been great. Northland has great career coaches available at available at all times for everyone. So I've seen people older than me, people younger than me. I've seen everyone that absolutely.
Everyone in between.
Everyone in between. So I think that it's a real opportunity for everyone.
And how are you preparing for the classes that begin in August? They're right around the corner.
Right now, I'm really just focusing on my results. Hopefully that, in my mind, I think that if I can keep my results now with the mindset of you start how you finish, I hope if I can keep my results good now, hopefully I can walk into my new schooling, getting those.
So you got your head in the game.
Yes, ma'am.
Classes haven't even started. You ready to roll?
I'm ready. I need that 50,000.
Don't we all?
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
So, Duncan, who is it that can enroll in Northland Workforce Training Center? Are you looking for a certain age group? I know you said that they don't need a specific educational background. Can the ladies apply? Let's talk about that.
So there's only 3 requirements to enroll in Northland. They have to be at least 18 or older, or turning 18 this year.
Okay.
They have to be a New York State resident, and they have to have a high school diploma or high school equivalency. If they don't have a high school diploma or equivalency, we can help them get it through some of our partners that we work with. We are looking for everyone. So we're recruiting veterans. We're recruiting folks who coming back from prison, who have felonies. We're recruiting young folks. We're recruiting people who need career changes, minorities, women. The very first student to enroll in Northland was a black woman, single mom. She had 3 kids, 26, and she said, I'm tired of working crappy jobs. I want to have an opportunity to provide for my family. She enrolled in our CNC machining program. Nice. So she is going to be a CNC machinist after just 1 year, because it's a 1-year program. So it's August to December, January to May, and in May she'll start that job making between $30,000 and $50,000. And so that she said she's going to do it, and so she's going through the process, and she's enrolled now. So we're focusing, because a lot of women feel like, oh, manufacturing, right, machining, welding, all of that, that's men's job. No. We have a ton of women.
Let me tell you, that's not men's money.
Listen,
let that change your mind.
We have a ton of women, young and old, that are coming every single pre-enrollment session because they want this opportunity. And manufacturing is different now. Now it's much more smarter, much more computer
using
involved.
Technology and controlling the technology more so than using your hands and your physical.
And some of the hands work, women can do that too. A lot of times they think, oh, my nails and stuff. No, listen. They can do it and be successful, and we're seeing that. Right. You know, with the amount of students we're enrolling, we have a huge percentage of women. So young women, old women, black folks, white folks, Hispanic, anybody who says, I want a better life, I'm ready to learn a new skill, they can come apply and come enroll in Northland.
So let's talk about the pre-enrollment event, which is going to be on June 27th. Do they need to do anything online ahead of time? Do they need to call an RSVP? What's the process?
So this pre-enrollment session on June 27th is sponsored by Senator Kennedy, Assemblywoman Crystal People-Stokes, of course Northland, and the Community Action Organization of Western New York. And so basically, instead of us saying every week, come to our pre-enrollment, come to our pre-enrollment, we're coming right into the community. We're going to do pre-enrollment right in there, so that the career coaches will all be on site to do intake right there. So if somebody comes, they can come, show up, all they need to do is bring their ID, and we're going to do intake on site with our career coaches and get them situated for the next step in the process. So we just want people to come. They don't need to pre-register or nothing like that. Just show up. Try to get there 5 to 10 minutes early because we start on time. So have them come. BOK is going to be there. With giveaways. We're going to have a lot of fun. Give us information and get people's lives moving in the direction that they like.
Okay, so 5:30 to 7, Wednesday, June 27th at the Edward Saunders Community Center.
Yep.
All right, so that's what you need to know if you're looking for opportunity, and give out that salary again, that range.
It's between the starting salaries are $30,000 to $50,000, and it's important to say starting because as you become more skilled at machining or welding or whatever, that salary is just gonna go up and up and up.
And if you're a 21-year-old young man like Jalen, there's a lot of time for that salary to go up and up and up and
Absolutely.
up. All right, well, thank you both for being here.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you.